Well, they have a big structural heart program at Mercy Health St. Rita's. We're going to learn more about it today and how they've had a lot of growth and the things that are happening. Joining us today, she is a registered nurse navigator with the structural heart program, Mallory Knous. And thanks for coming today.
Thanks. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so first of all, what does this mean, structural heart program at St. Rita's?
It's a big word, can be kind of scary, but we have a lot of programs to offer. We have the TAVR and MitraClip program that we have. That's a device that you can fix a patient's valve through their groins. We also do a PFO and ASD closure. That's a hole in the heart that we can also fix through your groin sites. And then we have the Watchman device, which is an alternative blood thinners if you have atrial fib. So patients that fall, have strokes, a Watchman is a good alternative for them if they have issues with bleeding. And then we also have an ECMO service line, which we've started within the last couple of years.
All right. So, I mean, it sounds like a lot of different things, and they're all heart related. So is it, so we can stay at home and have these things done? Because normally we would have to go out of town. I mean, how has this program grown to help us?
So what's really neat about St. Rita's is we are one of 4 hospitals in Ohio that's ACC certified for the TAVR program, which is pretty special if you think about it. And then Dr. Patel is a single operator Watchman provider, which means you come in that day, go home that night. And general anesthesia, we don't use that. It's normally like a twilight sedation. So it's like a 4 to 5 hour stay and then you go home. But yes, you can stay here in Lima and you can get these big services that you think you need to go elsewhere. You can do it here at home.
Well, I'm assuming technology has changed a lot and stuff, because you're talking about, you know, up the groin and doing something to the heart. I'm like, why aren't you cutting us open like you always think? You know, you have to be cut open for heart stuff.
Yes, it's typically, oh, that's open heart surgery, which there is candidacy that you have to look at. But patients that are in their 70s, 80s are having heart valve issues. They're like, I don't want to have open heart surgery, which is really great because we can do that through the groin sites. So that works out.
That is pretty cool. All right. So, are these types of conditions that you kind of already know you have, or the doctor finds these things and then, you know, the doctor, I guess, gives us to the structural team like you guys?
So a lot of times patients are like, oh, I've had a murmur my whole life. And then they see their primary care provider or they follow with a cardiologist. But most of the time they get referred to us, and then we do what we call an echocardiogram. We look at their heart valve, and then from there we distinguish if they can have a candidacy for TAVR or MitraClip.
Is the heart valve thing, is that really kind of common nowadays? Or?
I feel like it. We've definitely grown quite a bit in service. We've done over 500 TAVR procedures, which is pretty insane. But I feel like our growth just keeps going each year. So I feel like, yes, it's getting more common as times go.
Well, and I guess maybe we're more aware of it now. Are doctors more aware, hey, these things are happening and they can help you?
For sure. You always have someone listening to your heart. So it feels like, oh, I hear a murmur, let's get you to a cardiologist. And then we get referrals from that point.
After these surgeries are done, do people feel a lot better? Are they amazed at, like, well, I didn't even maybe know my valve was bad, and then you fix it and they're like, whoa?
Yeah, sometimes we always tell people they look really pink. So I feel like they're really pale when they come see us, and then as soon as we fix their valve, our first thing is, oh, you look so pink, you have some rosy cheeks. And that's the nice thing. People feel less short of breath, back to normal activities. We have patients that have been golfing. Pickleball is really big. So it's getting back to pickleball. Those patients feel normal again. So that's been good.
So it sounds like then the recovery time from these procedures are a lot shorter than, you know, in the past.
So you come in, let's say on a Friday, and you go home on that Saturday. It's 24-hour stay, and then you're back in. We do keep tabs on you for quite some time, but we just want to make sure that you're doing okay.
So it sounds like what people need to know is, it's here in Lima. You guys can help out and don't keep going on with a shortness of breath and other symptoms. I mean, what are the symptoms that you see with these?
So it is typically shortness of breath, fatigue. Patients find that their ankles are swollen, those kind of situations. And then sleeping with pillows propped up, that's typical. But after the TAVR procedure, or we call it a TEER, which is a MitraClip or Pascal procedure, those patients end up feeling quite a bit better. Shortness of breath seems to die down quite a bit, and then they're back to themselves.
Wow, really neat things happening with the structural heart program. Thanks for coming today.
Thank you so much.